Hello everybody. So today we're doing something different. So today we're doing an Arduino guess the number game. So as you can see on the screen, we have the code up and not yet running. And we have two constant integers, so this is a guess the number between 1 and 100, but of course you can edit that to 1 in 1,000, 1 in 10,000, 1 in 100,000, as many as you want. And so, essentially, what this is going to do is it has the minimum number, so like min number and max number. And then it just says, how do you say that? Defines, well, not yet defined, but it calls a variable target number. That variable is not yet in use, as you can see by that semicolon in modded C++, essentially. But then we go to void setup, and you see it starts at this much baud rate, and after that, there's the random seed, which it gets the seed randomness. Then, at the target number, so that's the target number, is going to be a random number between that and that. Of course, you can do the serial print technique and hack it, but you probably can't do that you probably can't do that if you're playing the game in the serial monitor, like directly, so it's going to say, guess the number game, and then it's going to say, guess the number game, then it's going to go down a line. It's going to print, I'm thinking of a number between that variable and that variable. So it's going to say this and this. Yeah, let's do 100. It's way easier. And then it's going to say, try to guess it, then put another line. So, just saying, when it says serial print ln, it means that when it says serial print ln, it means that it prints something, then it goes down a line. So, essentially, now what we're going to do is say a bunch of other stuff, but this stuff doesn't have the ln after it, which means it's all good. Since this doesn't have the ln, this and this are going to be on the same line. This doesn't have the either, so on, so on. But this does. But all of these are going to be on the same line because this one only gets the next line after it prints, try to guess it. Now we're into the loop. If serial available, so if the user has typed in a guess, int guess equals serial.parseInt, so it gets the thing as an integer, and then if guess is greater than 0, so it's a valid input, and it also has to be an integer defined by that, parseInt. So if that's an if statement inside of an if statement after that is defined. So, hold on. And after that, then there's if guess is lower than the target number, it's going to print too low, try again. Else if, because you can't do elif like in Python, else if guess is greater than target number, too high, try again. Else, so if it's not lower but it's not higher, then it's going to say, congratulations, you guessed it. And the only case that it would be not lower but higher is if it was it. So if you guess the number correctly, it says, congratulations, you guessed it. It delays for 2 seconds, 2,000 milliseconds. And then it gives you another target number, new number chosen, try again. So then it's going to keep repeating. And it's going to be pretty cool where only if all of these statements are true, but this one isn't at all, you guess it, and then you can keep going. And so now, I'm just going to pull up a picture of my Arduino. It's going to be in the corner somewhere. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to connect my Arduino completely. Oh gosh, the cable fell down. Okay. There. Now my Arduino is connected, and now we can rename this and save it. What we're going to name this is guess. Oof. I accidentally pressed the enter button. That's fine. Guess.ino. That's fine. That keeps coming up. Okay. I'm just going to quickly... No. How do you... What? Like... Rename again? Guess copy... Guess... The... Okay, yeah, that's even worse. Okay, gosh. This is taking forever. Hold on, give me a second. I got an Arduino Uno R4 Wi-Fi in here. I'm just going to rename it way too many times. Okay, gosh, this thing. Give me a second. Guess the copy. No. And save. There we go. Finally. Now, we can upload this. First, we gotta verify it, even though it verifies even when you pull it in. I don't care about the xcrun command. Okay, done compiling. So now we can upload it and compile it again. And it uses 21% of our program space. It finished. Now, if we pull up the serial monitor, yeah, that's the correct amount of baud. Now we press the reset button. Guess the number game. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. Try to guess it. Let's go 50. Too low, try again. 75. Too high, 60. Too low. I gotta guess 70. Too high, 65. Too high, 63. Too low, 64. Well, now we can play again. No, that's... If I go something that's past it, or like something that's below it, it's not going to allow me to do anything. And of course, if I go anything higher than 100, it's always going to stay too high. So, gosh, my computer's loud now. Too low, 75. Too high, 60. Too low, 65. Too high, 64. Too high, 62. Okay, yeah, 62. 34. Too low, 67. Too high, 45. Too low, 66. 55. 45. Yeah, so you can play this for as long as you want, and you can get it like many times, like 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 53. Okay, it was 53. So it changes, and it's basically an infinite loop because it's a void loop. So yeah, it's pretty cool. My Arduino's up and running right now. And so I have a lot of more projects that we can do. Perhaps we could do... Yeah, Blink is kind of boring. Morse Code Translator. So, this one is also very cool. It's very hard to explain. Because I put like a lot of code in here. It's pretty good, so like that stuff. And also it has include Arduino.h. That's just for like making sure it connected, because the previous time I tested it didn't work until I put that in there. So yeah. Now we have a constant char Morse table. So it's just a bunch of these. So this is A to Z, this is 0 to 9, like digits. Now it has the ASCII offset for digits and the one for letters. It has all that. Okay, yeah, this is 9600. And now it asks you to put this and put the text in where that is. And then it has a loop of where it reads, like it does a ton of stuff. It trims your input. It makes an input before that. It checks if it starts with T or if it starts with M to see if it's doing Morse code to text or text to Morse code. And so it does that. And it also has a bunch of other stuff to properly convert it. And it also ignores unsupported characters. And also it puts a space between characters. It trims all of the trailing space. It returns the Morse code if it does that. And the Morse code to text, it does this again. These are all extra steps / functions that they return. It doesn't give a proper, like, I mean, you can call it, but it has a string instead of int or something, because that's what it returns. It returns a string. So before that, it decodes everything. It does all that. It's this program is pretty hefty. It's pretty big. It's like 93 lines of code. Is not that big, but like pretty big if you're trying to make something pretty simple. So now what we're going to do is upload it. Compiling sketch, uploading. Done uploading. Now we're going to press the reset button here. Yeah. Now Morse Code Translator ready. So now what we're going to do, hold on, I need to put the mic down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to type in T for text. Then we're going to do that. Hello, how are you? Yeah, that works. And we're going to type that in for text to Morse. And now this gives us the Morse code. And now you see if it works backwards. Command C. And then we put the same thing in Morse code thing. And then Command V. This. Now we enter, hello, how are you? It works backwards. It works. It's pretty good. I'm going to also put all of this on my... I'm going to put the guess the number and the Morse Code Translator both on my GitHub page, so look out for that. And so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it.